Rishi Sunak is just obsessed with stopping the boats, and yet the boats have no impact on the majority of the British people. The cost of living, on the other hand, absolutely does. And just watching this report about the impact of the cost of living on pets is heartbreaking. And you have to ask, why is Rishi Sunak not doing something to help the British people and their pets cope with the cost of living crisis? And we all know that the only way to alleviate the cost of living crisis is to make steps to rejoin the European Union.
So this is Bella, she's a beagle. She's been in with us since November. Another example of just a family that were able to cope. So signed her over to us for help to find her a new home. And for some really strange reason, unbeknown to us, she hasn't had any interest. So she's desperately looking for a home. From last winter to this winter, RSPCA have just reported that we've seen a 10% increase on abandoned animals alone. And that's pretty much because of COVID and lockdown. So the amount of animals bought during that time went up hugely. Then when kind of life went back to normality, the animals didn't fit within that routine anymore. And then what we're going through now is obviously the cost of living, and people are really panicking and worrying about how they're going to feed their animals, look after them if they become poorly. So they're turning to drastic measures and giving up their family pets. I would like to see more people contacting us for advice and help before they turn to that final decision.
Oh, hello.
We're noticing at the moment that rehoming's really slowed down, but that's because people are being really cautious, and rightly so, about the bills they're taking on. So we've definitely seen more animals come in, but slower going out. So it's a real struggle at the moment. My name's Sam Garvey, and I'm the General Manager here at the RSPCA Danaher Animal Home. I've been here for 2 years, and prior to that I was a Chief Inspector with the RSPCA. These guys had been dumped. So they'd obviously been quite unwell wherever they had come from, and obviously because of the price of medical bills and vet care and things like that, it's easier just to dump them than to actually pay for the care. So the intake of animals has increased loads. Weekly at the moment, we're probably seeing 3 to 4 cats coming in on average. Obviously we're quite limited here to how many we can take in, so again fostering and things like that's really important, because the quicker we can find the space, the more we can then take and help. We've got 40 cats here at the moment on site, so we're pretty full to capacity. We're going to go and meet a puppy called Rio that was found as a stray, we believe abandoned. Rio was taken in to a vet practice, stating that she was unwell. They weren't able to afford the vet care that was needed to find out what was wrong with her, and we're not quite sure what the story is really with that. So we've taken her on the proviso that she's just an unwanted sick puppy at the time, but she's now been nursed back to full health and looking for a home, and is full of beans. Just the day-to-day cost of owning an animal has increased so much, and then on top of that you've got your own bills that have increased and your own food and things. And I think when people are considering their options, although it's an extremely difficult decision, it's often one that people have to turn to give the animal up to make that extra space for the cash that they've got available. The majority of people consider these animals as part of their family, so to have to turn to bringing it to us and leaving it here is utterly heartbreaking.